So my name is Jamie Hamlin, and I'm in 5th grade at Sage. So I'm going to talk about why reading is important. So Gerson Keller once said, "A book is a gift you can open again and again." So I think this is very true and that reading is an essential part of your life. I like books for a lot of reasons. There are just so many different places reading can take me, and I just love the feeling of being lost in the book. I also love exploring so many different ideas. So Dr. Seuss once said, "The more that you read, the more things you'll know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go." So reading helps you develop your imagination and creativity, making a picture in your mind of what is being described in words. So for me, sometimes watching a movie ruins my image of the characters in the book. One example is The Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. So I read the book, and I've seen the movie so many times, I can't remember my image of the characters. So reading has many positive effects on your brain. It strengthens an area of your brain that helps you understand language, called the left temporal cortex. It creates new connections and builds up your brain structure. So reading helps us develop some of the IB attributes like empathy. When we are reading, we are feeling how the characters in the story feel. This makes us more aware of how people are feeling in real life. And one book that I think evokes empathy is Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry by Mildred D. Taylor. This story takes place when slavery just ended and black people were facing a lot of adversity. It made me feel really angry and sad because of all the injustices the characters faced, just because they're African American. So I enjoy books that make me feel really strong emotions like happiness, sadness, anger, and confusion. Some books may have endings that are happy but make you feel sad. And one book that made me feel that way was the last book of the Survivor series, and by Aaron Hunter. And even though it had a happy ending, it was still sad because some of the characters were dead and things had changed since the beginning of the book. Other people may not feel that way because you may interpret books differently. So reading helps us become more knowledgeable about the world around us. Confucius once said, "You cannot open a book without learning something." When we read about different cultures and lifestyles, we are becoming more knowledgeable about the world around us. So reading also helps us develop our vocabulary. Meanwhile, in 8 TV programs favored by teenagers, the dialogue consisted of 72% sentence fragments and simple sentences. While reading, people are subconsciously absorbing how to use words and learning how sentences are structured. There are many different genres of books. Some common examples are poetry, biography, literature, fantasy, and sci-fi. All these examples fall under 2 categories, fiction and nonfiction. And one genre I especially love is biographies. I often find that I have personal connections with them. So one example is I read 3 biographies about missionaries in Ecuador, Nate Saint, Elizabeth Elliot, and Jim Elliot. I found out we are going to Ecuador and we will get to visit some of the places where they served. And one of my favorite books is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone by J.K. Rowling. I think the series, I really like it because the characters are really well developed and interesting, and I think it has a really cool plot. And that's Harry in the first movie. And I think the series is really popular because it's completely original. And it has, and the second book I like is Starlight from Warriors by Aaron Hunter. I really like this book in particular because I think the plot is really exciting. And that's the main character, Firestar. And I think the Warrior series is also a really cool idea because it's about a society of cats that have conversations, rituals, and complex explanations on why things happen. It totally made me look at my own cat in a whole new way after reading it. So another series I like is Ranger's Apprentice by John Flanagan. So that's the first one, The Ruins of Gorlin. And I really like the series because there's a lot of action and each book presents a new enemy and problem. So that's the main character, Will, from Ranger's Apprentice. So he has many good qualities like bravery, intelligence, and stealth. And as you can see, reading is really important. It develops your imagination, helps you gain knowledge, and just have some great entertainment.